Oops. All right, guys, welcome to the show. Let's talk about this. Right, so earlier on I did mention to you guys how I was having some car problems, XYZ. I'm still having those car problems. It turns out that if you have an RBS service required nonsense, that usually means it's to do with your traction battery. Means if you're driving an EV, this is your main battery. So I've got some major work that could be anything from a few hundred to a few thousand, probably even buy a new car. So I see Custard here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. I see Bubble here. Awesome. You know what? Love it. Every time I go live, I see all the boys come in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You make my day. Right, now that the glass is nicely white, let's go onto the chart. So you're probably looking at this chart and you're thinking, what's going on, Sham? You've been giving us a chart, but that chart doesn't look anything like this chart. Well, this is my old chart that I used to have, and I used to show the logarithmic chart on, right? So this is the logarithmic chart that I use, and I've just modified it a little bit. I want to get it to, look a bit nicer. Also, I wanted to see where my zones are. Now, we're not talking about straight zones. We're talking about angular zones as well. So I wanted to see all of that come in. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter. Give me a second. Let me see if I can enter and see the chat, because I need to see the chat, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Where's the chat? Why can't I see the chat? What's going on with the chat, guys? Let's have a look and see what's going on with the chat. It seems okay. Chat's on, but I can't see the chat. Let me try and see if I can figure it out another way. Let me see if I can see the chats in another way. Oh, yes. Okay, I can see the chats on my phone, so that's good. Now I can start moving over to another screen, and hopefully we can track things from there. So let's continue. Let's continue. Is the audio okay? That's the question. But Bubble, me too, brother. I'm happy to see you here too. It's been a very, very busy few weeks. Actually, you drive the same car as me. You drive the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, right? So you may have faced some of these problems, or you may know some good mechanics, because so far, the earliest appointment I found is on the 29th of this month, earliest appointment. And the nearest dealer to me can't do anything until end of April. So I'm kind of stuck right now. So I am looking for garages or wherever. I don't really care. I just need to get this work done. Or find out if I'm going to keep the car or dump the car. So anyway, let's go into the charts and let's see what's going on. Right, so we're on the chart right now. This, you can see, this is my log chart that I've had for a very, very long time. Give me a second. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So you can see this is the log chart, right? So this will activate the log. And this is a very old chart that I had. You may remember that I put a target line here. Of course, I got my high low, basically the lines that I like to put, my zigzags that I want to see what's going on. Audio is fine. Awesome, awesome. You can see me fine and you can hear me fine. Awesome. Thank you very much, Custard. Thank you. I love that, bro. So what I wanted to focus on here, this is on a daily. Well, let's move on to a weekly so we can get a bigger picture, right? So this is our weekly. This is our log growth curves. And what you notice here is the fact that, we've had these points. Now, I want to show you these points in time where we've entered a specific zone. And once we entered that zone, that's where we've built the base. So we're not talking about the top, because remember, I've never been bothered about the top, because the top is infinite. If someone says, how high can BTC go? Well, you know what? As long as they're printing money and as long as there are infinite digits, we can have a BTC with infinite digits. So remember this, right? There's no top for BTC, right? There is no top. When you say, what's the top? You're saying that's it. There isn't one, right? BTC can go on forever. Sorry, just having a little bit of sip on my espresso. So what we need to be concerned about is our bottom, right? So this is what I always look at, my bottom. Where's my bottom? Where's that higher low that I need to find? So you can see we've had this higher low here, this particular area, and I'm going to make it larger to show you. Give me a second. I know you're probably not seeing it because my camera is probably getting in the way. But this area here, this green line here, this is a very, very important green line. This is where we jump in, and this is not a financial advice. This is where, I'm going to sell my car, I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to sell my jacket, I'm going to sell everything. This is where I get rid of everything and I enter. This is my entry zone. Now, of course, people would argue, but this is a bear market. This is where the market's going down. Yeah, everything that goes up must come down, and anything that goes down must start moving up. So we know we have a point of reference, right? We have this area here, this green line here, which is a reference. And this is in November 2011, right? But the point is, look, you've got this green zone here. That's all we're looking at. We're not looking for dates. We're not looking for anything. We don't even give a damn what the price is. We just want to follow the trend. Trend is your friend. And right now, this trend that we have, we can follow this. So we realize that we were in a bearish market, moving upwards, creating higher lows. That's the key here, higher lows. So we did that from 2011, November, all the way to, 2013. So you can see we've had almost close to 1.5 to 2 years of this, higher lows, creeping up. Now, this is significant data to tell us that we are in the zone. This is the zone. So we saw this in 2013. I'm giving you a little bit of history because end of the day, people need to look left to see, okay, what did the market do? Because remember, the future doesn't exist. A minute from now does not exist. It only exists when it's happened. Right? So remember this. A little bit of science there for you. I see KI, awesome, my brother. So these are the zones, right? So same thing happens again. Obviously, we have a bull market, we pump up, we hit that threshold. Now we've got ourselves a top threshold, but it doesn't make any difference because now all we know is that was the top for that particular time. Remember, BTC has no top. And of course, we don't want to see it shoot up because when it does, it becomes unpredictable. So we're now bouncing between this and coming back to this zone. What did we do here? You can see how, this is 2013, November. And it comes back and it tests that green line. Again, we're back in that green zone. Again, what do you see in this green zone when we entered here for the first time in June 2015? We kept on creating higher low within this green zone. So this green line, this green zone is the key here. You focus on the green zone. Are you on top of it? Are you inside it? Are you below it? Are you following that green line? That's the key here. So we've got all of this info here. We know that again, the same thing happened. Again, people started shouting and screaming, guys, look, the bull run has just started. Yeah, for you maybe here, but for everybody else, it started here. People who are smart realize that this is the zone to buy. People who are smart realize that anywhere within this green line is the zone to buy, right? So obviously people are shouting and screaming. How long did it last? Not long. From March all the way to December, boom, bull market's over, guys. That's it. It's done, right? Again, those peaks, those tops, we hit them. Remember, there's no top. Remember this very clearly. There is no top. We could have been even higher then, but we didn't. Anyway, we came back down, right? We had to calm down. We had to settle down. We had to take a breather. Everybody that sold their houses to go and buy crypto had to go and rebuy their houses because now they made so much more money or could probably buy 10 more houses, right? So we did all of that. All of this time, we're being very positive. We did all of this. What do? We spend from December 2017 to December 2018, you can see 1 year, one whole year we spent going down. Now we know we're going down. That's it. We're going down. We went down. What did we do? The key here, the green line. Look at the green line again. We're back in the zone. We were back in that zone. So when we re-entered this zone, we were confident that this is the time we have to re-enter. Again, you can see how, yes, we pumped up. This was an absolute fake out. This was a fake out. So we did fake out a little bit. It's okay. It was an attempt to go back again. Could be a mini bull run. We could say whatever we like. Words are infinite. You can use whatever or make one up. It doesn't matter. Point here is the green line. The entry points are the green lines. Your entry point. So if you've entered here, you didn't exit there, you're back here. If you entered here, and you're still waiting, all you're waiting for is for it to pop and attempt again. Now, what did it do? It did pop. It popped, it went up. It came down, but it didn't touch. So we knew we were still in the market. We were still in the market. And remember, we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, guys. If I'm going to show you this on a daily, it gets even more crazy. it gets even more crazy because of the patterns you're going to see. So here, yes, you might be seeing this massive pattern here, but look at this pattern. This is a W pattern. What can we assume this is? Also a W. Why? Because this low is a higher low. This low is a low compared to this one. So we already know we formed the pattern. Now we're going to probably do a breakout. If we do, we can easily double this. So if we did double this, are we going to be potentially hitting our target lines? I don't see a reason why not. Question though is when. And that's the thing. A lot of people, I mentioned this on earlier video as well. When is a very hard thing to determine. You cannot. We are individuals. We're not the Borg, right? We're going to assimilate you into the Borg, right? No, we're not. We're not a collective here. We don't think alike, right? We're unique. We're individuals, right? By being individuals, we all have our own emotions, our own kind of psychology involved in this. So when we do things, we do it in a particular way. And of course, a lot of us do feel like Borgs, do feel like robots, right? Resistance is futile because you've got this top influencer out there brainwashing the life out of you. Avoid that. You don't want to do that. You need to be in control. I mentioned this earlier as well, that you have to think about I, me, and myself. It's all about you. You are in control. You're the unique person. You're the person who makes the decision. You're the person who makes that decision based on your own analysis. Okay, that's what you do. And of course, person like me, I will give you my chart. Go monitor it, do whatever you want with it. Copy it, make a copy of it, modify it. If half the tools are there for you, then they're there for you. And if you look at this, what am I using? Free. For example, the indicators I'm using. Bitcoin log growth, free. Double zigzag, free. The rest of the lines, I put myself, free. There's nothing here unique to tell me what's going to happen. I don't need that. I'm using my own intuition to tell me what the probabilities are, right? So we're back here. Now, okay, let's talk about this. So I want to zoom into this. So what you see here is we've zoomed into this particular area now, and you can see I've changed the color a little bit to white. We've created this high low, but I want to focus on this area, just this particular area here. Right, we're going to focus on this now. So as you can see, historically, we've gone below this green line. We fell below this green line. We know we can expect it to also, at this particular area, come below this green line. But below this green line is what? That's the question here. How low can we go? Right? Can we go even further down? Are we going to crash all the way down to oblivion? Where are we going to go? Now, you may have noticed that I've got two red lines here, this red line here and this red line here. So I'm going to switch off the log chart so you can understand where the red lines are. These are my own personal red lines. So now I'm not even using the log chart. I'm using my own log chart. This is my own log without the ones in between. You can put a fib in here and you can see, but it doesn't matter. This is giving me an indication telling me how low we can go. And what do we see here? We see that if we did dump today, for example, we could come all the way down to $20,000. And my worst case scenario line is also moving up. So over time, it keeps on. The average is getting better and better. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that low that we've got, and which is a long time frame low, as you can see, my lows are being calculated from, if you look carefully, from the top of this. So I'm talking 2011 June. 2011 June. So this line started in 2011 June, and the top line started in November 13. And you can see how I've collected those two, and I just drew two lines, simple two lines, and I said that's my range. Now I'm within this range. How am I going to bounce? And this, as you can see, it's been a perfect bounce every single time. So now we're here. What you're looking at is we've created this secondary range here, and I'm saying, okay, this is where I am, this is where I'm trending. Can I have a doomsday? Can I have a complete black swan event and crash completely down? Maybe. If I did, what would be the worst case scenario this particular week by Sunday? If I had this on Sunday, what would it be? 20k. Do I have a bar at 20k? Yes, I do. Think about it. Yes, I do. I mentioned it on previous video as well. I have these low points based on these lines. These lines are the only things I can go by. I do not have a crystal ball. These lines are my reference points. That's how low I could go. Now I talked about low. At the same tone, I want to talk about how high we can go. Again, if this week today we wanted to go high, we wanted to pump, we see a 216k BTC. The opposite. So you're 20k down, or you're 10x up, you're at 200k. Think about that. Just think about that. These are powerful numbers. These are powerful lines. These are powerful things you got to really, really understand. And coming back to the log chart, I'm going to bring you back into the log chart, and I'm going to switch off this as well. What you see is we're at the green. So remember, we're at the green. These are the times when we start dollar cost averaging in or buying. And this is not a financial advice. This is absolutely not a financial advice. This is just, I'm going to be selling my car, selling my house, selling my jacket, selling whatever I can, and stop buying coffee so I can pay for crypto. Not a financial advice. Damn, that's strong. Double espresso. Probably that's what's making me all hype. But that's what we got anyway, guys. So right now, for me, I'm actually observing this, and I want to show you a few other bits and bobs here as well. And I'm going to take you to the normal chart that I've shared with you. So on this particular level, you can see where I have this convergence point here. I've used this particular area here, this $52,000 level, and I've used this convergence line here. It's a diagonal convergence line. And this was actually done before we broke below. So I wanted to see if we can hold this, and we broke below. So currently I have multiple resistance points, right? So for me, I'm using my Fibonacci's as my resistance point. I'm using my trend line as my resistance point. I'm using my resistance line, which is the 52, as my resistance line. So you can see I'm using multiple resistance lines here to give me a better data and tell me where is that area where I'm going to have most of my traffic. And so far, what I see is this particular zone here is where most of my traffic will be. So this gives me confidence. It says to me, oh, okay, so until this area, I might see it bouncing around a little bit, yo-yo a little bit. But every one of this area is an opportunity, because as soon as I pump above this, I don't really have much distance in getting back up. And then we all know the magic line, this green line here, which is the Fibonacci 50% on the log chart. As soon as we go up here, we're going to start shooting for the moon. There's no stopping us. That's just me being over bullish. Yeah, I see Raymo here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Right, now let's bring you onto the other chart. I think we talked enough about this. Also, this is so funny. I went onto the coin market cap and I was shocked because look, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, 17,001. Let me show you this. 17,001. I have not refreshed. So since the last time I looked at the coin market cap nonsense, right? This is what's happened. Whew, scary shit, right? 1,300 new coins. 1,300. The market is being diluted. The market is being diluted. People are coming out with crypto every single day. They're dropping cryptos left, right, and center because it's so freaking easy. Now, remember, I had a brief conversation, I would say, a brief message exchange with Custard. And he says, any news on paradexes? And I said, do you know the little quotation or the little speech Kennedy gave? He says, it is not, we are not going to the moon because it is easy. We are going there because it is hard. And that's a very fundamental key thing here. Too many people want to launch crypto because it's easy, but they don't want anything behind it. To make something behind it, it's not easy, it's hard. And that's what I'm trying to do, make that hard thing. So it will take time, and I would appreciate your patience, but we are going to get there. I've got a big smile, trust me. We're going to make differences. So that's that. Now let's get into the normal chart that I've got. So on the normal chart, again, it's on the weekly. Again, you can see those zones that I've put in. So these areas, of course, it's all here. They kind of, so if you look here, it's a little bit broken. It's too much info here, in my opinion, too much info. You know, this looks more messy, but actually I like this better because it's giving me the perfect line, the perfect zones where I might see something. I see Costan here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. Now, this is the key. This chart is one I've been sharing with everybody over and over and again. Over and over again. Why am I sharing this one specific chart and nothing else? Right, so this is where I've made a little bit of a modification, because I used to have a line here. I took the line and I just thought I'll put a triangle in there because the triangle looks better and it gives us a little bit of a body, because this line here only stops. It's not 100% accurate, but this is more accurate. This is giving me the bottom of here, this wick, the bottom of this wick, and the actual pattern as well. So I wanted that. That was exactly what I needed. And what you see here is every week for the past 1, 2, 3, I'll skip these two, but if you look carefully, since January 2022, we have been following this trend, doing higher lows. And where has our major resistance area been? Around this 40. Now, this is the magic number, right? If we can close a candle above on this line. So what we're talking about is getting a candle, literally putting a body up here and then doing this. If we can do this above this red box, get ready, guys. Get ready, because that's where we've been struggling. That's where we've been struggling. Of course, what we want to do afterwards is also get a candle that gives us a little bit of a pump to take us above this, and possibly even get a candle that does this. Because if we can create one candle above here, we've completely reversed everything. Completely reversed everything. Anyway, let's talk about what's in the market right now. So currently you can see market is bearish. The signs are bearish. Bulls are not in control. Bears look like they're more in control, but there's more data here than meets the eye. So one of the data I want to look at is this one here, Stochastic Rsi and RSI. And what you're seeing here, guys, is fascinating, is amazing, is fantastic, right? So I want to show you a few bits and bobs here. Number one, if we look at this particular corner here, this angle here, just this area here, it looks bullish. We hit the zones. These are the perfect entry points. We've done all of those, right? All of these things we've done. This is on a weekly. Remember, it's a very, very high time frame. So you can see this is from December 2021, right? This is currently our resistance zone. So whatever we've done here, they don't matter. None of this matters. People sentiment change when everybody else moves. People power, right? We're going to put people power here. So when the people power comes big, we realize that they've just broken this line. Things are going to be different. They're going to be drastically different. They're going to start pumping. The market's going to pump. Why? Because if you look here, the trading structure, the trading sentiment, this blue line is starting to lead. And that's all indication that the market is actually picking up momentum. And remember, we're only looking at one coin here. We're not looking at the rest of them. We don't care about the rest of them. We don't care about altcoins, shit coins, and poo coins. We don't care about them because we know even to this day with 18,300 coins, BTC is still the king. BTC becomes irrelevant when something else takes over that market share. But right now, BTC is still leading. It's all about Bitcoin. You go and ask your neighbor who's never heard of crypto, and you all of a sudden you go talk to them and they're like, hey dude, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. They're like, how's your Bitcoin doing? My Bitcoin doing? You mean crypto? They're like, yeah, that's what I meant. I was like, see. So this is the thing. They identified the entire crypto space. The entire crypto space with Bitcoin. I spoke too fast. I need a drink. Right, let's get back in there. So that's what we got. This is an area for us. Okay, so remember this. This is an area. When we start looking at the RSI, we see the RSI flip above this level 50. We know the market's back in full swing. So we are going to be looking at this carefully. It's going to happen over the next few weeks. Could happen this week as well. And that's the kind of a thing that we cannot predict. People sentiment. When people start moving, this is people. This is trade. Trade we know is moving. People haven't moved yet. Right, but so far people are coming in and breaking those little resistance. For example, this little resistance broken. For example, this little resistance is being tested right now. So we're doing fantastic. Also, if you look carefully, show you one other thing as well. We're trending up. You see, this is a trending up. So we know we're creating these higher lows. Power. What is Altcoin and what's all about hype? Apparently, Ethereum Foundation adding. And eToro listed it today. Bro, everybody listed it today. Bybit listed it today. Binance listed it today. Everybody listed it today. Altcoin is just another shitcoin in my opinion, unless you already had the Altcoin. Remember, the news just came out. What are you going to do? Ape into it? You're too late. You're too late. Right? So this is the thing. Unless you've already got it, it's too late. Now, Altcoin could be the best coin out there. Or it could be just another one by, who them guys called? What are they called? Bored Apes or whatever. It's probably one of their little projects. Just kind of a clue. I don't know. I haven't done the research. And you haven't done the research. You're asking me. I'm asking you. But what I'm going to tell you to do right now is something completely unique. We know Altcoin is launching on Bybit, Binance, eToro, God knows how many. Observe it. That's all you have to do. Observe it. Let it pump. And then wait for it to dump. And while it does all of that, go do some research. And when it dumps, find that point, find that level and say, here's $10 or here's $20 or here's $100 or here $100,000 that I can afford to lose. And then ape into the Altcoin. You know, the best way to go about it. Don't jump into it blind. It don't work like that. Don't ape into it. Look at it, observe it. Interesting. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go find out more about it and then move forward. Am I going to ape into it? No. I'll probably monkey into something, but I'm not sure about aping into something. Can you talk about Luna and Rune Hopium? Bro, Rune is on another level. Rune is one of those that it's going to come back once, because we've got so many decentralized exchanges. There's so many other protocols out there. Once all of them start settling or probably scamming and exiting and doing whatnot, Rune will shine, right? But for now, Rune is just kind of on the sidelines because there's so many other things out there for people to play with. And remember, the biggest players out there, they go in, they play with your emotions, with your mind, and people start following them, and they realize that they're monetizing on you, so they move over to the next one. And that's what they're doing right now. They're not going to stick onto the best one. They'll come back to this. The best ones that stick around, you come back to it. Right? You have your one night stands, and then you've got your coin that you marry. Right? And you know the coin that you marry, even if you had a fallout, you knock on that door a few days later, she'll let you in. She'll let you in. You know that. You know that. So that's what's going to happen here, right? So remember, this is your beloved, right? Your beloved. You can come back to her. She'll forgive you. Don't worry about it. Rune will forgive you. So yeah. And we're talking about Luna. It's on another level, right? Luna, obviously, you mentioned how Luna, the founder or somebody is mentioning how he wants to buy $10 billion worth of BTC. Of course he wants to. He's been printing all that UST. He's been destroying all of those Luna. His own personal bags are worth billions right now. He's done all right. Why wouldn't he? And this is somebody who's come from nothing to something else. And if he helps the market, why not? If he buys BTC for $10 billion, does it harm the market? No, not in my opinion. If people FOMO or hype into it, is it a bad thing? No, it's a good time to do it. If he was doing it on the top of the market, I'll be worried. But he's doing it on the bottom of the market, the perfect time. We all should be doing this. That's what I'm going to say, but no financial advice, obviously. So let's get back into crypto. Right, so this is what we got. This is the scenario I want to see. Obviously, as I said, I want to see these higher lows. Now, there's more information here. So this is on a weekly. Everything is looking bullish to me, right? At least to me, everything is looking bullish. Also, when I start looking at this, when I'm looking at my heat map and I'm looking at this support and resistance clusters, I can see look, bears had total control. The purples, bears had total control. But you see this glimpse of and a hope of bulls coming back in. You see these bulls are coming in, just not enough momentum. They haven't changed the complete spectrum yet, but they're coming in there. Because when they change the spectrum, it's going to look like this. It will get there. Patience. That's all you need, my friends. Patience. No financial advice. Now, let's move into the daily business, right? I want to move into the daily business. Because if you start looking at the chart on a daily business on a higher time frame, so what we're doing is we're using the daily candles, but we're looking at this in a complete different perspective, right? So we start looking at this structure, right? And what we see is something fascinating. We see this top, we see this bottom, we see this top, we see this bottom. I just see a W. I just see a massive W forming here on a daily structure. Again, what is it doing? It's following this higher low trend. Remember, I don't give a damn about the tops. I don't care how high it goes. BTC goes to the billion, million, trillion. I want it, right? But this is where I want to buy. I'm not going to buy at $1 billion. I'm not going to buy at $1 million. I'm going to buy here. I want to sell over there, right? So I need to be excited when it's here, not when it's on the top. Unless some of you guys have some magic money that you want to buy BTC at $1 billion. And by all means, I mean, tell me the secret sauce, right? Because I want some as well. But let's stay on to daily, right? So what have we got here? Come on. All right, so let's go back here. So this is what we got: magic money, magic source. Right, on the daily, guys, on the daily. Let's talk about this on the daily. I'm going to talk about Luna a little bit more, KR. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about Luna a little bit more. So on the daily, I want to show you this, right? So we've got this 50 and we've got this 21 day. And what we can see right now is the battle happening right now here. This particular zone, right? Let me take the drawings off. You'll understand more. You see this area here? This is the 50 and the 21. And so far, we're looking super, super solid. This is the 200. So far, we're looking super solid. Now, this area here, we need to flip this. We need to flip this. And what I'm talking about is this blue line. For example, this blue line, we want this blue line to be somewhere around here. We want this white line somewhere up down here, somewhere. You know what I mean? We want them in order. We want the 21, we want the 50, and we want the 200, all falling in order. Top, middle, bottom. Right now, it's in reverse. And we're getting there. You can see this is already starting to happen. Not quite there yet. The attempt has started from this area here, this particular day, 22nd, 18th of February, actually. 18th of February to now. We have created this area here, this whole area here, where we are attempting to move above that 21 day. That 21 day is key for us. We're going to move above that. And then we're going to move above the 50K. I'm going to stay above and I'm going to start bouncing. Now, why is it so significant? Why is it so important to do this? It is important because this is what I want to show you. So if you start looking at where the market is, whenever we have this situation where the 21 falls below or anything falls below, this mismatch, whatever mismatch we have, right? When we're looking at this, you can see historically, that's when we are quite bearish. But when the lines start moving up and these candles start staying above these 21, above these 50 days, these are the bull runs. These are what make the market. This is where we make all our money. This is where we make all our money. So this is coming. I think this is definitely coming. When, I can't tell you, but I do have this rough guess. And I think I did make a video back in November, when was it? I think it was I think it was last year, definitely last year, after summer, during autumn. I made a video and I talked about how if the market does XYZ, we could see this market dump all the way up to March, and then possibly from March, we might start seeing a recovery. Also could take us up to about September. So if we're looking at a golden cross, we could see this golden cross coming up to about September. I see Rabikul, Hassan, Ams, my man. Yes, my man. How you doing, my brother? Nice to see you here. So that's what I'll be looking at, how this market may start to recover around that September-ish. Don't hold me to it. It's something I've said long time ago. Wow, my battery's low everywhere. Give me a sec. Let me charge this up. So yeah, don't hold me to it, because obviously this is something I've mentioned a long time ago, but this was a hypothetical scenario that we based it, and we said, look, if this happens, then we could see the market do a certain thing up to March. And then if we do see a recovery in March, we could see this recovery take us all the way up to September, and then we could start moving up. So it's all about time, probabilities. These are the functions. This is how the patterns work. So once we got the pattern, that's what we know. What's happening? Oh, my brother, all good. All good. My car's broken down. So I'm chilling right now. And I thought while I'm chilling, the car's getting itself ass kicked from one garage to another because nobody can fix it, and the car's still in limp mode, I might as well do a live stream because I got some time, because I can't see anyone today. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. But I hope, look, all of this makes kind of sense to you, that look, we are right now in that stage where psychologically everybody thinks this market wants to crash, this market wants to collapse, this market wants to go down. But actually it's in reverse. This is exactly when we see the market is getting ready. Maybe a few shake up here and there, is getting ready for another leg up. Another leg up doesn't happen overnight. Doesn't happen in a week, in a month. It could take 6 months. It could take a year. But question is, this is the time when everybody needs to be ready. And are you ready? You know what I mean? Because remember when everybody was talking about this bull market, when we start going up there, guys, we're in a bull market. Yeah, we're in a bull market. Remember the end of 2020 when everybody started shouting and screaming how this was a bull market, and we were talking about a bull market from here. We were talking about a bull market that started around this area here, 2019. We were in the bull market. We saw that trend. We were like in that zone. We had confirmation that this is it. Because once you have this area and you didn't go any further down, and now you've come back to this is it. This is your higher low. Your higher low. This is all you got to focus. Your higher low, right? So, yeah, I mean, look, it's awesome. It's interesting. I love it. Also, I wanted to show you guys one other thing as well. This is what I was talking about earlier. This channel's been getting 1.1 million impressions. 1.1 million impressions in the last 28 days. That's freaky. Oh, that's lifetime. Hold on, let me try and change that to 28 days. Woo! 500,000 impressions by YouTube in the last 28 days. How crazy is that? That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Impression click-through is low, but Wow. Wow. Now you know why, because sometimes what it is, you know what? You can do this every single day, grind at it. That's only if you got something to take back from. I don't have anything to take back from YouTube. So I'll do it for my beloveds, right? All of you guys out there, honestly, I love you, brothers. Because, I mean, you guys, as soon as I come on, you're there. It's just massive support. It helps, it helps. Also, I'm going to have a conversation with Custard. Custard, if you're still here, I'm going to have a conversation with you. I need to talk to you regarding a project that I think you might be interested. So there is a project I want to talk about. I am going to have you, well, if you're willing to, there's an opportunity for you to be involved in it. We are going to talk about this. Maybe Albin might want to come in as well. Although I didn't see him today. Albin, yeah, I didn't see him today. Definitely a few people. I see Costin here. Yes, definitely going to be talking to Costin as well. Actually, I'm going to be talking to all of you guys regarding something I want to do, a project I want to launch, a little collaborative project. Each person will bring their own unique, I don't know, your unique ability, your unique attribute, something that you have, and I feel everybody has something to give in this space, right? So I want to start something up, a little mini project, and see where it goes from there. So we are going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this big time, and see where it goes from there. But other than that, I think I said a lot. God knows how long. I see free energy here. Awesome. Where's my free energy? UK prices are going up. I want free energy. Give me free energy. Give me some solar panels. Give me something. Give me some energy, Tesla power or something, something that runs on nothing. I need some free energy, what was it? Me and KR, we were having a little chat the other day. And we were talking about how, like there's documentaries out there. So this is not a conspiracy. This is just a theory. So understand this, right? I believe that in the past, thousands of years ago, we probably had superior technology. We had technology. I believe we had technology, because a lot of the stuff that we see, these ancient buildings and this, it's just not possible. The current modern day archaeologists, modern day science, the paleontologists, whatever, they're not explaining it. Trust me. They're just, the gaps are too big. You got 65 million years, dinosaurs die. Yeah, 65 million years, right? Dinosaurs die. Man comes out of the cave, God knows how many thousand years ago. There's a massive gap. I'm thinking, you're trying to tell me the men are stupid? I don't think so. I think men are quite smart. I think human beings are very smart, all capable beings. They're not stupid just because a handful of people say they are stupid. So I believe there's been technology, they've been suppressed, or maybe even lost. We don't know, but they could be lost. You know what I mean? Technology could be lost. Do I believe in aliens? Of course, I believe the previous civilizations probably had so much technology. They didn't need machines and computers like we got now. They probably went beyond that. We're probably rediscovering half the stuff that they did already. So that means that they've probably got technology, to go to space and beyond, and they're probably doing this. So if we do find aliens outside, which probably people from here, that's just one theory of many, right? But I can go into this forever, so we're not going to talk about this today. Of course, the channel is now Shams, a few bits and bobs. We will talk about this. So yeah, give me a shout, let me know. And I can see I'm losing frames. So that means YouTube doesn't like me, or the Streamlabs software that I'm using probably doesn't like me. I have no idea how many minutes we've been going on for. Does anybody have any idea how many minutes we've done it? He says, hello man, how are you? I'm good, my brother. I'm killing it here. Actually killing my neck here. Killing my throat. Oh. I don't think I stopped, did I? I just went on and on and on and on. I miss these days. I miss these things. When I go freestyle, I miss it. Ooh, Custom says 40 minutes. Yeah, I miss them. Honestly, I do definitely miss them, because when I freestyle, I can freestyle forever. And so Bubble says 39 minutes. Yeah, well, we're getting there. 39 minutes of me talking nonsense, right? You guys are awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys all coming over. It's been an absolute pleasure for me to come back on as well and post a video to you guys and have you guys on the live. And Ramo, awesome, man. I mean, it's an absolute pleasure. And I think I will try my best to do a little bit more of this, but it's just time, guys. I'll be honest with you, time-wise, messed up. I don't know if I've told you. I think I have spoken to a few people on a personal note. You know, and I can publicly say this is not an issue. I don't see there's an issue. I'm sure I can publicly say this, right? So some of the issues I've had is like business issues, business not doing well, you know, new ventures, new crisis. You know, psychologically, it's just been really tough right now. And then on top of that, to top it up, financially, it's been really, really tough. Not financially in the sense that, oh, I'm financially broke. No, none of that business. It's just been financially very stressful. It means that you need to plug money into left, right, loads of different places. I mean, Bubble's been here in my restaurant, and I mean, it was busy. I'm sitting here doing nothing. So, you know, it's just not the same. It's not the same. I mean, the COVID pandemic or plandemic or whatever you want to call it, you know, the war. And it's just disgusting. It just hasn't helped, you know. And I see things going from bad to worse very soon. It's going to go worse. You know, prices are going up, petrol fuel costs are going up. So many different things are happening. It's just unbelievable. I mean, the amount of things I'm seeing, the changes. In fact, we had in the UK, we just had our interest go up a little bit as well. That's pretty insane. So people are going to feel that. Mortgages are going up, insurances went up, everything is just getting expensive, it's getting stupid, and yeah, we don't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot on the mind. So I've been grafting, I'll be honest with you, I've been grafting, you know, running around doing whatever I could. Doesn't matter how big, how small the job is, who it is, what it is, it doesn't matter. You know, don't worry, I haven't sold myself yet, but I am going out there and trying to basically earn that extra little bit more, so to support my family, support myself, and plug it into places that I have to, you know, because one of the worst things one could do is panic and take their crypto out, especially at this time. You don't do that. If you need to go and work in a McDonald's, honestly, by the way, if you're recruiting, you're working in McDonald's, you're recruiting, I'm not a bad guy, half bold, but I'm okay, you know, I'm okay. So Dubai is not going to be the same, Bubble. Dubai is not going to be the same. Dubai, I'll tell you one thing about Dubai. How would I say this? So Dubai is like it falls in the middle of the UAE, right? You know, there's the states, 7 states or 6 or 7 states of Arab. It falls in there. Yes, it's tax-free for now, but I can assure you, if the shit hits the fan, excuse my language, in around the UAE, then Dubai will be affected, right? I'm telling you, these kind of crazy wars, these politics and these diplomatic nonsense and these sanctions and embargoes and whatnot, they are going to affect everything, you know. So there's no safe place. I mean, for me, in my opinion, I think the safest place is where the indigenous people live. At least they're protected, right? So probably the only safest place, only best place we can go to is somewhere in the Amazon, or find some crazy area somewhere where there's no one there, no man's land. That's where we want to be, right? And we've got free energy, so we can go out there, check his machines out, get some free energy, happy days, right? You know, at least keep our technology going, live stream from there. That's definitely one way to do it. But yeah, Dubai's not the same. Dubai, I remember years ago, right? I'm talking like, what, 8-9 years ago. If you went to Dubai, it cost you like, all right, ticket money was expensive, living expense was expensive, but everything else was cheap, dirt cheap. You can go there, fill up your suitcase, come back, and it costs you a couple of £100, maybe a couple of thousand, depending on what you're buying. It was cheap, dirt cheap. Now you go to Dubai, it costs you almost the same as UK, if not even more. And it's not just Dubai, it's many other countries around the world as well. I'm telling you, it's pretty crazy out there. It's pretty crazy. Right, guys, smash those like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and join the Discord community, which I've got to change because it's not gonna be the same brand. It's gonna be a different brand. But yeah, you can join the community if you haven't already. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that all the bots that was sitting there have left now. So I'm quite happy about that. I'd rather have a clean server. So yeah, I think we're now going even further. KR, is the head and shoulders invalidated or on daily? Now, yes, as the right shoulder went sideways. What head and shoulder? Where's the head? There is no head and shoulder, bro. We didn't form it. See what you're looking at. This is a difference. This is a, okay. Let me put it on daily for you. Let me show you. You're probably talking about this. This shoulder didn't form here. So the shoulder was supposed to form here around December to January. This should have been higher for it to be a shoulder, but it collapsed. Because it collapsed, it didn't form a shoulder anymore. Let me try and see if I can get you a cleaner one. Yes, here you go. So what you can see here on a daily, the shoulder didn't form. So this was where the shoulder was supposed to be. This area was supposed to be the shoulder. So we're supposed to have some fake outs, but we didn't. We went down, we corrected, and we started moving back up. Right? This is an ascending symmetrical triangle. And what I mean by that is very simple. Let me show you. You can see this is a symmetrical triangle, right? Excuse the drawing. Yeah, well, pretty much you can see. I actually didn't put a triangle on it. Why not? Let's put a triangle. So what you can see is, what the hell? Oh, yeah. So you can see it's like a triangle here. It's like a proper triangle here. I mean, it doesn't matter where you put it, but it's a triangle. So we formed a triangle now. And this is where it's like an iffy one. So a symmetrical triangle, when you see one forming, let's move you back here. So you can just about see one forming here, just about see one forming here. But when you see one forming, it's that moment in time. It's like, okay, do we go down or do we go up? You know, right now, as I said, green line, we've only touched it. We haven't fallen below it. We haven't gone anywhere to test this line, right? All we've done is held support. So, but the probability is, yes, we will fall below this at some stage. If we don't, then this is a funny fact. This bull market was never over. This is a continuation pattern. Of course, if it falls below this green line, we can officially declare the market ended, right? We're in a bear market, and that's it, right? But look at this, how long it takes us to confirm. And the same happens when we start moving up and we start invalidating and creating these new areas. Oh, guys, look, officially we've got a bull market. Again, it will be too late for you when you enter a bull market because it's already happened. By the time the news has come to you, it's already happened. So, yeah, just be cautious. That's what I'm going to say. Be cautious. And as I said, head and shoulders is invalidated. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm not even bothered about that. You know, there's many time frames, many everything, but right now all we're seeing is these higher lows. Focus on the higher lows. Nothing else matters. That's my opinion, unless somebody else wants to state otherwise. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I can stick my analysis on. I can't really say much based on if somebody else has shown you something. Because remember, one thing is quite common in this market or in this space. A lot of people just like to connect random dots. You know, I've seen people literally take a chart and do this. I'm not joking. I've seen people take a chart and do this and show you completely irrelevant data. I've seen people do that. I've seen people take a 5-minute chart and show you all sorts of crap. I've seen people take a 15-minute chart and make it look like something else and show you that. None of this is relevant. Do you see what I mean? Right? You want to look at your daily if you're trading, of course, daily, yeah, but we've got this weekly data here, and that's giving us a bigger data. And so far, it says, look, that was a shoulder, that was a head, this was a shoulder, it collapsed, it did its thing. End of the day, it wasn't successful. Now it's moving up. In fact, now what's happened is this pattern has reversed, and now it's become more of a W. You see what I mean? So the pattern has now changed completely, you know, and this is on a weekly. You can see on the weekly how we see this 50-week. This is 1 year, by the way. This is almost close to 1 year. And this is a 200, right? So this is a 4 year. So you see a 4 year and a 50. They're coming in together. They're coming ready. And so far, as you can see, this market has not ended. On the weekly, we're still very bullish. Yes, we are below the 21. 21. So what? Was that 5 weeks? 5 months, sorry, 5 months? Yeah, we're below the 5-month average. So what? You know? It doesn't make any difference. Have we been below this before? Yes, many times. And what do we do when we come below this? Well, we buy. This is when you're supposed to buy. You know what I mean? Every time you hit these opportunities, you fall below this moving average, you start buying, full stop. This is a buy zone, full stop, right? So, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I know a lot of the guys don't like the way I talk, but look, I'm just being honest at the end of the day, right? When do you buy? Do you buy when the market's high, when the market's on the top? You know, you buy low, right? You know, do you put your Christmas presents on top of your tree or you put it below your tree? Think about it, right? I mean, we all watched those cartoons back in the days, right? Christmas presents are always below your tree. So when you see this market sitting low, that's where you pick up your goodies, not at the top. It's too dangerous. I should stop making analogies. But yeah, listen, guys, you guys have been awesome. You are awesome. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Wow, so many people subscribing, so many people coming in. This is insane. This is awesome. I love this. Thank you very much. Encouraging me to come back more and more. You know, I'll just come on and just talk with you guys. I don't see a problem. I don't have to do an analysis. It's my logic now, right? Ask me some logical question. How does your coffee taste? Bitter, because it's double espresso. There you go. That's a little bit of logic for you. Other than that, guys, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ramo, for coming to the show. Thank you to all the guys, all of you awesome guys. Bubble, Custard, KR, Ramo, Coston, Rakibul, Free Energy. Bro, I need some free energy. Junaid, Nightbot. Hey, why not? Nightbot, Ramo, everybody, thank you very much for coming to the show. It's been awesome. I'm not going to drag this any longer. I don't see a reason why. I don't think we have anything to talk about. But remember the chart, guys, I have put the link on Discord. It's the only chart you need for now, right? It's the same chart. You only need this for now. This is the chart. You only need this for now. This gives you a rough idea. I wouldn't say a perfect idea, but it gives you a rough idea where the market needs to be and where it becomes dangerous. Now, of course, one thing I'm going to recommend and I'm going to tell everybody, you know, as a cautionary message, guys, if you are planning to do leverage trading, please do your own risk management. Very important. I don't recommend anybody doing leverage trading at these levels here. The only time you do leverage trading is, say, for example, you're sailing a boat. Analogy, sorry. You're sailing a boat. Wind is blowing west. You shouldn't be trying to go east. You should be going with the wind. So when the market is actually heading up, everybody's a hero trading leverage. Remember that, okay? So when you have an indecisive market, don't do leverage trading. And if you do, please be very careful. This is a financial advice. Save your money, don't lose it. But other than that, everything else I've said here, guys, it's just my opinion, nothing else. You know, a little bit of logic and a lot of facts on the chart, nothing more. Anything I've told you here, if you feel that it's not accurate or anything like this, just let me know. I see Alpha here. Awesome. Hey, what up, brother? Nice. So I'm about to leave and you come in. Oh, damn. But no, awesome. Thank you very much to everyone for coming to the show, as I said. And I'm going to carry on. Got a few calls, I believe. Who? What? Oh, okay. I've got a few bits and bobs I need to go through with. And I'm supposed to meet someone. So I believe, yes, I'm going to meet someone. So I'm going to end this. Appreciate all of you guys coming. Thank you very much. Smash those like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Keep an eye on Discord. I'll send the message over just like I did today whenever I go live. My live's going to be very random, as you've probably guessed already. You know, and as I said, I'm not here. Alpha Ping says stay on. I would love to. What would you like me to talk about? I'll stay on for you. Go on, why not? Tell me, what would you like to talk about? I think I've said my buys many times, but you tell me, what would you like to talk about? While you do that, I'm going to grab some more coffee for myself. Ooh. So Alpha, how's your day been? I'm not sure how these messages work. I mean, maybe there's a delay. I'm not sure. Because I think when I say something, I think there's a delay. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, tell me, what would you like me to talk about? If there is anything you want me to talk about, you know, we can talk about anything, you know. Major correction still incoming. So uncertain times. Yes. Okay, let's talk about this, right? So let's talk about major corrections, right? One of the biggest corrections that we should be looking at, and this is, we got to split the market. So, you know, commonly what we try, a lot of people do is we always think of the market in a normal sense. We like to connect the dots and say markets following the S&P 500, for example. You know, or sometimes we like to say, for example, someone today mentioned how it's following the FX. I'm thinking, seriously? The foreign exchange, the foreign currency? I mean, how many countries do you have in the world? And how many cryptocurrencies do you have in the world? There's no comparison. There's no comparison. Even with all the independent states and independent currencies, there's probably no more than 200, you know, or 200 and something countries or coins. So how does it compare to 18,000 crypto? It doesn't. So again, the comparison is bad. Then somebody compared, for example, another person was comparing the S&P 500 or the index, right? And I'm thinking, okay, fine. But that's been around for hundreds of years. It's still there. I hope the internet is still there. We did skip. I hope. Ooh, something happened. Okay, I think we're still streaming because something happened. I'm not sure, but I did see if I want to deploy a couple of thousands. So DCA is a bit of a problem. Listen, we'll talk about this, right? So what I was going to say, a major correction, right? So when we talk about major corrections, right? Now, we know the global market cap on other commodities, stocks, shares. We're not talking about crypto. We have to separate crypto. This is a very common mistake a lot of people do. They follow everything else and they add it to crypto. Crypto is a whole different league. It's a whole different ball game, right? When you go into a stock, for example, this company may survive, right? So it's a whole different story when you're talking about these companies. Now, when we're talking about crypto, we know 99% of them, currently 99%, because it's 18,000, will collapse and vanish. They'll take your money, they'll take your Ethereum, they take your Bitcoin, they take whatever crypto they can, and they'll run. So we already know this. So it's momentarily, you make your money, you get the hell out. There's always going to be losers. There's going to be more losers than winners in crypto, full stop. So we can't compare them, right? We can't compare them. That's what we're going to do. So we are going to see a major correction in the traditional markets. That's coming for sure because of this war and all these financial uncertainty that we have right now. They're talking about the Great Reset. Now it all makes more sense. Maybe they're going to do a financial Great Reset because what else is there to reset? The human population? I mean, what are you going to have then? Androids, robots running the world? It doesn't make sense. You know, so the only thing I can think of Great Reset is either a Great Reset of how the world is operated. So get rid of democracy altogether and have one person or one country or one whatever run the whole world. One world order or new world order. That's one way. Or get rid of all the money and have one currency, right? Again, makes all sense, right? This is theoretical sense. But these are possibilities that we should look at. So yeah, when it comes to crypto, it's the wild, wild west. You know, it's always going to be that internet money. It's not ever going to be physical for you to touch. That's a fact, right? It will have some value. People will still buy and sell. So for me, I don't think any financial collapse is going to affect crypto. So this is where I'm about to hit the point. I think if there is a financial collapse, crypto is going to start booming. That's what I feel. Crypto is going to do the complete opposite of the market. Now, that's for the people with small budgets. For you, if you got a few $1,000s you want to deploy, then look for your moment. Find that low that you want to look for, whatever low you target, right? So for me, my target low currently is about 38K. So as soon as you're in there, you're gone. You're hoping, okay, currently only looking to buy Bitcoin, mainly hoping for around 25, but not sure it will hit. Again, yes, I'm not sure it will hit either. For me, my target's a lot higher now. So my current buy targets are around 38. I would love to snap it up at 38. As we progress, my levels are going to get higher. So again, DCA is great, but if you can also do one other thing as well. So for example, you plan to buy and hold for 5 years. Then you can buy at any time. It doesn't matter. But 25k is going to be tough. I would love, trust me, I'm hoping for a 20k. I'm hoping for a 20k. I'm hoping for a 29k, you know. But we got to move with the time. And right now, those days are over. We might get a blip, but it's more that we're going to be around that 38, 39, 40k and start moving up again, as long as this trend is still moving up. So I wouldn't be holding back for the lower amounts. What I will be doing is picking it up right now as soon as possible, and then climb it up until the next dump. So it's an opportunity. Every dip is an opportunity. I'm not going to say buy the dip, because this is not the buy the dip moment. We only buy the dip when we're trending up. Right now, you buy and you hold. You buy and you hold, like Luna, right? You buy and you hold, right? Very bullish on Luna, by the way. I see it because it's the only one that is actually truly decentralized. The only one reason it's decentralized is because this USD pair isn't pegged with USD. The price is pegged, but the coin itself isn't. The coin is generated from destroying Luna. That makes it decentralized. So it's more decentralized than everything else. And I like that. I like that. And I think this is what a lot of people like, because people know that if you've got banks holding funds to USD pairs, if the bank goes bust, everything's gone bust. But when you've got something that's created from holding Luna, I believe holding Luna is, you guys are thinking about doing something with US 20%. Tempting. But guess what? I'd rather get 2.5% of USDC than get 20% UST, when I know my Luna could easily pump 20, 30, 40, 50%. My Luna is going to be more valuable. So more people converting the Luna to UST are losing the Luna value. That's my opinion, at least, right? So for me, I'm going to hold tight. I'm going to put it in a USB or whatever, throw the keys away. Them Luna, they're not coming out for another 5-6 years. That's pretty much it. You know, Luna's doing awesome. And I remember on this channel, we mentioned about Luna a long time ago. It was a few dollars. I can't remember how many dollars it was, but few dollars. So Luna, we've been doing okay, holding it since a few dollars all the way up. You can't go wrong with something like this, right? And there's been plenty of these, right? Plenty of these. Of course, not all coins made it. You know, some of them didn't make it. It was a good one. Here's a good one. Cardano. Cardano been holding since 2018. For me, it's made it. Right? For me, it's made it. But for many people, it hasn't, because they came in late. Do you know what I mean? So it's a tough one. Crypto.com. Crypto.com. So many people bought it cheap. I hate the app. Still hate the app. I can't stand the app. I don't mind their card. Right? Their card's okay. I'll get free Spotify. I haven't got the one with the Netflix. I got the one with the free Spotify. Let me see if I've got it with me. So I use the one with the free Spotify. You know, it's good enough. Yeah, so I got this one. Right? I get free Spotify with it. I play Spotify in my car. Happy days. I got some there. And yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, crypto.com, I think it's going to do really well. There's a few other coins actually. They're going to do really well. Again, you know what we're going to have to do? One day we're going to sit there and we're going to make a massive list, and we're going to see which coins we want to pick on. So I mentioned a few coins on Discord recently. I think I'm going to reiterate my my list again, or readjust it, or whatever I need to do. But we've got to pick some really good coins just to hold, because I'm not thinking about the pump and dumps. Pump and dumps are brief, guys. Whenever you want to pump and dump something, get in there, pump the life out of it, dump the shit out of it. Full stop, right? And move on. Move on. You don't want to hang about, right? That's what I... Make your money, get the hell out, right? I still think Solana will wreck many. Don't know why, just feeling. Solana did its thing. So again, Solana, for me, I'm still in profit. I don't know if I told you, but on this channel, I have mentioned this. I've been buying Solana since it was $1, when it was $2. I picked up Solana. I've even picked up Solana at $100, but my average is so low that I'm still in profit, right? So, but at the same $1,000, I took my $1,000 out. If it was $500, I took my $500 out. You know, if it was $10,000, I took that out. The key here is to take your money out. You know, you don't stick around with all your investment in there. Take your investment out. Whatever's remaining, that's your profit. You can play with this all day long It doesn't hurt you anymore. Good day, BTC will wreck you. On a good day, Ethereum will wreck you. On a good day, every single coin in the cryptosphere will wreck you. On a good day. So I'm not even talking about the bad day. A bad day is when you get hacked, when you lose all your money, when it's all gone. That's a bad day. On a good day, right? Yes, I've noticed this as well. I don't know why. I'm noticing the CPU running at around 40%. I have no idea why. And I can see frames being lost. I am seeing this as well. So I'm observing the disconnection because I can see the screen in front of me. I'm seeing the disconnection. I think I've been on the stream too long. I think YouTube doesn't like me. Something's going on. I'm not sure. I know the internet connection is quite good. But yeah, there's a lot of disconnection. So, but as I said, everything could wreck you. So you got to always play smart, be careful, you know, don't put your life savings in there. And as I said, on a good day, even Bitcoin could wreck you. So what you have to do is make sure when you make your money, you're gone in there, take your initial out. Number one rule, take your initial out as soon as you can. And then at least you got peace of mind. It's like, now I'm not invested. I can do whatever. I can take risks. That's where you should be playing, or what I recommend a lot of the time. I see Philip here. Awesome. Philip Colson. Nice, nice. Hi. Hello. Awesome. Yeah, the stream is messed up. Already own majority of the coins. They're playing with the emotions. Remember, it's already happened. You know, there are big institutional players out there who hold majority of this, controlling it. They're already controlling it. It's a matter of us getting in there at the right time and making sure we take the money. So don't fall in love. That's all I'm going to say. Whatever you do, do not. Stream is cutting every few seconds. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. There's no way for me to fix it. I think I'm going to cut the stream short and we're going to continue with this conversation on another day. Yeah, it's getting stupid. I know, I can see it every few minutes. It's like it's just loading. So what we'll do, let's catch up on another day. We'll talk just like this. We don't have to do anything else. We've done the analysis. Come on, this chart, how old is it? Bloody, at least minimum 6 months, maybe even more, right? Maybe even more. So we've done enough. Have no idea what's going on. It is getting stupid. But thank you all for coming to the show, guys. Awesome. Adios, my amigos.